Okay, be honest with me. If you open up LinkedIn right now and scroll for even a single minute, you are practically guaranteed to see every third person calling themselves an agentic expert, an AI agent dev, or claiming they're, building the agentic future. The buzzwords are completely out of control lately. It's overwhelming, and frankly, it's just super confusing. So today, in this explainer, we are going to cut entirely through that noise. No fluff, no marketing speak, just the exact step-by-step breakdown you need to actually understand what is happening in tech right now. All right, let's dive right into this with a quick reality check. I've got 3 trick questions for you, and honestly, 90% of people, even the so-called experts, completely fail them. Number 1, is ChatGPT an AI agent? Number 2, what is the exact difference between a Zapier automation and an AI agent? And number 3, are AI agents and agentic AI the same thing? Now, if you're hesitating right now, don't worry, you're in exactly the right place. By the end of this explainer, you'll know the answers to all of these instantly. Here is our roadmap for climbing this technology ladder today. We are going to cover the new AI deception, Gen AI as a smart friend, AI agents, agentic AI, 5 big AI lies, and finally, we'll wrap up with a 3-second test you can use anywhere. So let's jump straight into section 1, the new AI deception, and how to survive the buzzwords. Listen, the term AI agent is already becoming the single most misused phrase of the year. Right now, companies are literally taking their old basic chatbots, slapping a brand new agentic wrapper on them, and selling them to people who just don't know any better. And this matters to you directly. This isn't just some abstract theory. If a job description suddenly demands agentic AI skills, you need to know what that actually means, or your resume just goes straight in the trash. If you're a freelancer or running a business, companies are paying massive money for this stuff right now. But if you don't know the difference, you might end up buying or selling a completely fake product. And honestly, understanding this just protects you from marketing nonsense. The hype is so crazy loud right now that if you saw an agentic deodorant on the shelf tomorrow, you probably wouldn't even be shocked. Moving on to section 2, let's talk about generative AI, or as I like to call it, the smart friend. To really wrap our heads around generative AI, I want you to picture a highly intelligent, incredibly well-read but completely inactive friend who is helping you plan a wedding. Now, you can ask this smart friend for decoration ideas, and they will give you the most crazy, beautiful flower and lighting concepts you've ever seen. You can ask for a catering menu, and they'll instantly write out everything from paneer to jalebi. But if you ask this exact same friend to pick up the phone, call the caterer, negotiate the price, and actually pay the advance booking, they can't do it. Models like your standard ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini are fundamentally just prediction machines. They generate the next word or the next pixel based on everything they've read on the internet. They can give you brilliant answers, sure, but they cannot execute real-world tasks. And that brings us to the 3 massive limitations of generative AI. First up, it has no hands. It can draft an amazing email for you, but it won't hit send. It can write flawless code, but it won't actually test or run it. Second, it has goldfish memory. Underneath the interface, it's stateless. Open a new chat, and it has zero context of who you are or what you just talked about. And third, blind confidence, otherwise known as hallucination. It will look you in the virtual eye and give you a completely wrong answer with 100% confidence. Because it has no hands to execute, the tech itself isn't going to take your job. Okay, section 3. This is where it gets exciting. AI agents, otherwise known as the wedding planner. So what happens when we give that brilliant AI brain a set of digital hands? Well, we basically fire the smart friend, and we hire a professional wedding planner. To make this planner actually function, we need 4 crucial pillars. First, the brain. And notice here that the brain is still powered by Gen AI. AI agents do not replace Gen AI. They use it as their engine. Second, tools. These are the hands, giving it access to web search, a calculator, or your actual email inbox. Third is memory. It absolutely has to remember what it just did so it knows what to do next. And fourth, this is the absolute most important feature that like 90% of people completely miss, the loop. Let's see how this loop builds in reality. Say you tell the agent, hey, my budget is 2 lakhs, go book a caterer. The agent immediately enters the loop. Step 1, it thinks, okay, 2 lakh budget, I need to compare some options. Step 2, it acts. It uses its web search tool to find and contact caterers. Step 3, it observes the result. Let's say the first quote comes back at 3 lakhs. Now, standard Gen AI would just stop right here, but the AI agent, it compares that 3 lakh quote to your 2 lakh budget, realizes it fails the condition, and loops back to step 1. It just keeps going relentlessly until it finds a caterer for, say, 1.8 lakhs, books it, pays the advance, and then finally taps you on the shoulder to tell you it's done. Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking because a lot of people claim they build agents just because they use Zapier. So the crucial point is this difference right here. Zapier, or any fixed automation, is not an AI agent. Automation follows a rigid, pre-written path. If a single step breaks or a situation changes even slightly, the whole automation crashes. An AI agent is dynamic. If a situation changes, the agent actually stops, thinks about its next step, and adapts its process to get the job done anyway. All right, section 4, Agentic AI, or the entire company. At this level, we are no longer dealing with a single employee. We are basically hiring an entire event management company. You see, Agentic AI isn't just an agent. It's an entire paradigm, an orchestration approach. You don't give it a small, single task. You give it one massive command. Something like, my wedding is February 19th for 500 guests. Handle it. And boom, the system takes over. Inside this agentic ecosystem, a head planner AI takes that huge goal and slices it up into smaller, manageable tasks. Then, specialized agents take over. In coding, for example, you might have a dedicated front-end agent, a back-end API agent, and a testing agent. And the craziest part? They even coordinate their timing. Just like a human decor team knows they have to wait for the DJ to set up the stage at 6 p.m., the front-end AI knows it literally has to wait for the back-end AI to finish before it connects the data. It requires high autonomy. You basically vanish, step away entirely, and this ecosystem works together to deliver the final product. Which brings us to section 5. 5 big AI lies, myth versus reality. Now that we've built this knowledge up, let's clear out the garbage and arm you with the actual facts against those LinkedIn experts. Lie number 1, ChatGPT is an agent. The reality? It is mostly just Gen AI, though it does temporarily enter an agent mode when it uses its web search or runs code. Lie number 2, agent, and agentic AI are the exact same thing. False. An agent is the individual employee. Agentic is the entire company working together. Lie 3, we already busted. Zapier is not an agent. Lie 4, agentic AI means AGI or Terminator robots taking over. Yeah, not even close. Current tech is far from AGI. These agents get confused, they still hallucinate, and honestly, they are incredibly expensive to run because every single step in that loop costs compute money. And finally, the lie that this is only for software engineers. False. This is for creators, students, freelancers, and businesses alike. Finally, section 6, your action plan and the 3-second test. So how do we actually capitalize on all this and make some money? Well, if you are a student right now, you need to stop hyper-focusing on basic prompt engineering. That ship has completely sailed. You need to learn agent frameworks like LangGraph and MCP. The salary packages for freshers who actually know this stuff will absolutely blow your mind. If you're a working professional, don't try to automate your entire job. Just find the 20% that is mind-numbing repetition, data entry, weekly reports, sorting emails, and hand it to an agent. You will instantly be the most efficient person on your team. And for businesses, deploying an agent means having 24/7 customer support that never even takes a tea break or processing hundreds of invoices flawlessly while you sleep. And to make absolutely sure you never get fooled by marketing jargon again, I want you to memorize this 3-second mental checklist. When someone tries to sell you an AI product, ask yourself these 3 things. 1, is it only giving me content? If yes, it's just Gen AI. 2, is it using tools to complete a task in a continuous loop? Okay, that's an AI agent. 3, are multiple specialized agents coordinating together to plan and achieve one massive goal? That is Agentic AI. Ultimately, the big takeaway here is that this is a technology ladder. These are not completely separate, isolated things. Every single level builds on the exact engine of the previous one. And here's a crazy fun fact for you. The concept of intelligent agents isn't even new. Researchers have literally been working on this since the 1980s and 90s. The only problem was, back then, the agents just didn't have a brain. Generative AI finally provided that brain, bringing a 40-year-old concept roaring back to life. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to remember this quote. AI won't take your job, but the person using AI will. The real high-paying skill of 2026 isn't just sitting there typing basic prompts. It's going to be designing, controlling, and managing these entire agentic ecosystems. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Are you going to let the buzzwords intimidate you, or are you going to step up and be the one commanding the agents?